Welcome back to Tropical Outlook. It's the 6th of September 2025. We are still watching Inverse 91L in the Atlantic Ocean, which is now downgraded to a medium chance of development in the next 7 days. We will get into more of that later. And we're also watching Major Hurricane Kiko in the Eastern Pacific Ocean, which is still a Category 4 hurricane at the moment. So this is the latest on Hurricane Kiko, winds of up to 140 miles per hour, pressure of 946 millibars. We believe this intensity is going to be its second peak because over the next few days it will gradually weaken due to low sea surface temperature and low humidity. Located at 15.1 degrees north, 139.7 degrees east, moving west-northwestward at 10 miles per hour. On the satellite you can see it's looking really decent at the moment, clear eyes showing on the centre of the storm, and obviously very strong surrounding cloud tops, grey outer flow as well. In the last few frames, the eye might have strayed towards the inside, but maybe that's some sign of it beginning to weaken. But the cloud top's temperature is still very low, down to negative 70s or even 80s, and the eye temperature around 10 degrees Celsius, which is indicating a powerful tropical cyclone. Kiko is expected to move pretty close to Hawaii early next week, but by that time it will be much weaker than now, perhaps a mid to high range tropical storm. So this is Inverse 91L, which has decreased in terms of the chance of developing into a tropical cyclone. Now only has 30% chance in the next 2 days and 60 in the next 7 days. On the satellite you can see it's throwing up less convection than a few days ago, and we're still not seeing any significant organization going on. It still can only be classified as a tropical wave containing a group of disorganized thunderstorm at the moment. But this is likely caused by excessive amount of dry air coming from the western side of the storm, which is limiting its thunderstorm and convection development. Currently the humidity is only around 65 to 70%, which isn't ideal for cyclonic development. And look at these black colour inside 91L's pathway. These are going to be wrapped into the system, which is going to further degrade the share of atmospheric humidity. But otherwise, the sea surface temperature is still quite high at the moment, around 28 to 29 degrees, favourable for development. Wind shear also not too high at the moment, so there is still certain chance for 91L to make itself something noticeable and develop. This is the European model forecast. You can see there's significantly less members expecting 91L to develop into a tropical cyclone, certainly less than half of them, which is much less than a couple of days ago where most of them was expecting that to happen. Those that expect it to form mainly expect to track towards the west, approaching Lesser Antilles. On the other hand, the models are much more confident about another tropical wave developing into something behind 91L. Look at these lines popping up here. That's likely related to a tropical wave that's going to come off the coast of Africa over the next week perhaps, so we will also be watching that potential system to develop. Taking a look at the GFS forecast, another major shift in terms of the prediction from this model in recent hours. In this run they are actually not even expecting a tropical depression to form, so nothing is going to spin up. 91L going to remain as a tropical wave as they move across the Lesser Antilles and perhaps Puerto Rico. But behind 91L, look at that, same as European model, another system developing around Cabo Verde, making its way towards the north whilst intensifying, probably into a hurricane. But of course again, we're talking about something that's 1 to 2 weeks ahead of us, so uncertainties will definitely be there. Western Pacific Ocean have an interesting tropical depression here in the South China Sea. 22W just got upgraded a few hours ago, and currently it has winds of 35 miles per hour, pressure of 1005 millibars, expected to impact southern China over this weekend and early next week. Most forecasts are calling for it to become a high-end tropical storm, or perhaps a low-end Category 1 typhoon, and I believe Hong Kong and Macau already has raised the Signal 1 standby alert, and those levels going to become even higher as the system approaches and becomes stronger. In the Atlantic Ocean, next name on the list is Gabrielle, followed by Humberto, Imelda and Jerry. One landfall recorded in US so far this season, Chantal making landfall as a weak tropical storm. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you later.